here on a Wednesday. Time now for the Woodlawn Hospital Report. We're joined now by Mr. Brad Rogers of Woodlawn Hospital. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Randy. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Not too bad. You know, we've got a lot of baseball and a lot of high school sports to get through, and this rain's not looking real great.
Hopefully they get a little window in there to get a few games in.
I'm hoping these kids get a chance, to get it done. Absolutely.
What's happening at Woodlawn Hospital today?
Well, we had our board report yesterday. Our board meeting yesterday, and so kind of the report from that. We always do the fun things first, which is the financials. So we'll do that real quick. April was a little bit slower than we had hoped in some areas, but there were some good positive notes as well. We had about $12.8 million in gross revenue, about $8.7 million in adjustments. Those are the contractual things and bad debt write-offs and things like that. For a total operating revenue of about $4.1 million. We did have total operating expenses, though, of about $4.8 million. So that kind of equates out to about a $700,000 operating loss. Now, however, we do have some other non-operating revenue that kicks in of about $383,000. And so, that equates out to about a $315,000, $316,000 net loss for the month. April, kind of the beginning of April, we still have people out on spring breaks and we had some vacations and such over the month. A little bit slower at inpatient. So, the hospital business is one of those weird ones where when the community is doing well, sometimes we're a little slower than we'd like.
Right.
Knock on wood, we have not seen very many COVID admissions. The last year or so, our numbers were high because of so many COVID patients, and that's really went down to nearly zero. We've had one or two admissions in the last few months.
That's good.
And so that's a wonderful thing for the health of the community. So a little bit down compared to where we'd like to be, but overall I think we're still moving in this positive direction, kind of moving out of the COVID days.
With summer coming, do you see obviously a lot of increase, or are those kind of the slow months for the hospital as well?
Summer months are normally pretty steady or pretty consistent, relatively low volumes overall. We'll see some spikes in June and early July from families getting their kids in for physicals and all those kind of wellness
Right.
checks and things like that. But other than that, we don't see a huge jump in the summer in volumes. Most elective procedures and things like that people choose to get, orthopedically at least, hip and knee replacements, they tend to do either at the very beginning of the year or closer towards the end of the year. So we'll kind of flatten out on that respect. Overall, though, we have some departments, that really did pretty well. We have increases in our ultrasound and imaging areas. Increases in our therapy department areas, overall increases in ER visits, as well as our swing bed program continues to be strong. So those are areas that we haven't had as strong in the past during the same time of year.
Okay.
So that may change our net numbers over the summer if those remain steady.
Good.
Yeah.
What else come out of the report yesterday?
So now that we get through all those the fun financial stuff, really some good exciting news for the OB department at Woodlawn. Alyssa Morrison, our OB director, has worked very hard over the last several months in conjunction with our OB docs and the OB nursing staff and the hospital in general to get our neonatal and perinatal level 1 certification.
Awesome.
It's a state level and a nationally recognized certification level. Basically, it's one more check that we are doing all the things that we need to do on a best practice standpoint to take care of the kids here in the community and take care of particularly the most vulnerable, the new ones.
Right.
And so we're very proud of Alyssa and her team getting that done. It says a lot about the hospital in the kind of ongoing sense that, since the pandemics began, we've added stroke certification, and then last month we finalized our chest pain accreditation, and now this month we're finalizing our level 1 neonatal and perinatal certification. So really those are the reasons why we're always a 4 or 5 star facility.
Yeah.
So really excited about that.
And like you said, that just bodes well for the community as the people will start having the babies and encourage them to stay local instead of going out of town.
Absolutely, we're seeing more deliveries in twins, in little ones that maybe would have went somewhere else in the past. We are better prepared in the emergency type situation, for those unplanned deliveries, that we have the things and the team in place to do the things we need to do right here. So, everybody from the nursing to respiratory therapy to the physicians, just that one extra step of comfort for the community.
Yeah. When that baby decides to come a few weeks early, you're ready for them.
We are ready.
Awesome.
The team is ready. Some other things going on at the hospital in general, just some construction updates, letting everybody know, our Schaefer building remodel, the north end of that Schaefer building is being remodeled to move in physician practices. By the end of the year, October, November is kind of the set time frame. Really wanted to let the community know, because you may see some fencing going up along the trail there that goes around the hospital.
Right.
One of the things that makes our hospital so exciting in my mind is the community use of the areas around it. And it's great to look out the window and see the kids from the cross country and track teams doing their runs around the hospital, or early in the morning, some of our local residents doing a walk around there. So there will be some fencing up to kind of keep everybody safe as they do some demolition work.
Okay.
A few trees in that north side there have to come down to extend the parking lot. So just letting everybody know that. We're going to try real hard to not have to reroute the trail, but there may be a week or two where we have to reroute and take you up the hill through the grass there for a moment until we can get that taken care of.
That's one of the unique things too about the hospital having that. You don't go to many hospitals that you can go outside and walk around a trail and see the nature. Because if you've never been on the trail, it takes you back through some cool nature. You never know what animals you're going to see.
Absolutely, you're going to see the squirrels and the deer and a lot of nice birds and pretty interesting, yeah.
Occasionally, I've seen a fox or two out there that comes over
nice.
from the golf course occasionally.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So we really enjoy seeing that and seeing the community use that. So just want to let you know that we are going to be doing that. And then there'll be some new roofing projects on at the hospital. So just as you come in and out of the hospital over the next few months, just kind of be aware. We've got a lot of good construction stuff going on to update the hospital. And so you're going to have lots of heavy equipment and crews around there. We're also going to be working on the parking lots, retarring and striping and those kinds of things. So when you come into the hospital, just take your time, look around. We're going to have a lot of stuff going on this summer.
Yeah, look for signs and people directing you.
Absolutely. Got to strike while the iron's hot during the summer and get all these things done.
Exactly.
So there'll be a lot of work going on. CT contrast. I want to talk about that a little bit. Doctors oftentimes have to order a CAT scan, and sometimes that requires contrast for them to get the type of images that they'd like. We want everybody to understand and be patient with the hospital, not only our hospital, but all the hospitals in the area. There's a national shortage of CT contrast. You can get on Google or DuckDuckGo or whatever your current search engine is and check it out, but there's a national shortage. One of the largest manufacturing plants for that was shut down for quite a while. And so that's now trickled out to all of the hospitals.
Wow.
So just be aware of that. I know when we need to get people in, we try to get them in as quickly as possible. Right now, a lot of hospitals are triaging. They're literally looking at how much supply they have available and the tests that they have coming up and trying to prioritize them in a level of severity. And so we're hoping we don't get to that point. We're currently sitting in a pretty decent shape, but we want to make sure everybody understands that we're struggling to get the contrast the same as IU and Parkview and all the big boys. There's just not enough of it out there right now.
Is there any expectation of how long that'll last?
Currently, we've not been given any information about that.
Hopefully, they can get it back up and running and
yeah, we really hope so.
Back up.
That's a supply that comes from outside the United States, and so we're just kind of at the mercy of that particular country and what's going on there. So we'll give you an update if we get anything, but just so you know, there is some shortage in that. So whether you're coming to Woodlawn or somewhere else, if you're getting one of those, just be aware that is something real that's happening. With regard to laboratory and diagnostic imaging, just want to give everybody an update again. Starting the 28th this weekend, there's going to be some changes in their hours of operation. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. will be the hours of operation on Saturday and Sunday, so if you need to go in and get something done, it'll be between those hours. They'll be closed on national holidays, and that's really for outpatient or walk-in services.
Okay.
That's not for stat testing or anything else. We're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for all the other exams. But this is the walk-in that just needs to get an x-ray and it's not an emergency, or a walk-in who has lab work and wants to get it done on the weekend. I'm notorious, the staff will tell you, of showing up at 6 a.m. on a Saturday because it's just the best time for me and I know that there's almost nobody there.
Right.
So I can get in and get my arm poked and get out of there quickly. So we'll be able to do that from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
But after that, there won't be any walk-in hours available.
Sounds good.
Let's see here. What other things do we have exciting? Well, the golf outing's coming up.
Oh.
June 16th for all you golfers out there.
That'll be here before you know it.
It's coming up fast. Just a few weeks away. So registration deadline is June 6th. Contact the hospital, Deb Paxton there at the Woodlawn Foundation, or send an email to her and we can get you a sign-up sheet. But we're really looking forward to that. The Woodlawn Foundation is something I don't think we give enough credit to. Boy, they really helped us out in any times of need over the last many years that I've been here.
Yeah.
They provide a lot of equipment to the hospital that are things that weren't budgeted for that just came up.
Right.
Something breaks, a new technology comes out that they really think would benefit the community. Boy, pandemic occurs and we need a few more ventilators.
Yeah.
All of those kinds of things. They do an amazing job. So this is their primary foundation function to generate funds. And so we really, really would like to see as many people out there as we can. There's a flight in the morning and there's a flight in the afternoon.
Perfect.
So you can golf in the morning, the afternoon, or if you'd like to, 2 teams and golf all day.
There you. Why not?
Absolutely. They would love to have you. Again, June 6th is the deadline on that, so reach out if you get a chance.
Perfect. Hopefully the weather will be better than what it is today.
Yeah, we've had some years where it was fairly rainy those days, but all in all, they all turned out pretty nice.
Yes, always a great day.
I'll be out there hopefully both flights in the morning and the afternoon, but I will ask that no one videotapes me or anything. I am a horrible golfer, but I will play the far right side of every hole.
So stand on the left side so you're
Correct.
safer.
Yes, absolutely. I definitely enjoy it, but have not mastered that at all.
I understand that.
Speaking of other exciting news, just a reminder, Alan Fisher, our new CEO, he'll be coming here, by the roughly June 20th.
Okay.
And so we're really excited to have him on board. He comes to us with 10 plus years of experience as a CEO, and he was able to be online yesterday during our board meeting.
Awesome.
And got a chance to hear the board meeting and talk with us a little bit. And I think the whole hospital is just excited to have him on board with his experience level. We're really excited about that. So we'll welcome him to the community, and hopefully next month we'll bring him here and get him started. Absolutely.
Yeah, break him in right.
Absolutely. So we're excited about that.
Awesome. Anything else, Brad?
No, just we really appreciate the support from the community and really look forward to continuing to add new services, new accreditations and such as we move forward.
Those are the things that maybe the public doesn't realize that how important they are, because it's just that little accreditation makes the hospital that much better, and when you need it, then you realize it.
Absolutely. I think really for me, what the accreditations and certifications and things are is they're a peace of mind to the community that we are being audited and we are being provided guidance from an outside independent entity that says we're doing quality work.
Yeah.
We can tell you that. I'm biased. I've been at Woodlawn for over 15 years and love Woodlawn and think that by far we are superior to the communities around us in healthcare. However, having that outside entity like CMS, who says that we're a 4 or 5 star facility, and having these accrediting bodies, that's a huge peace of mind for the community.
That's awesome. Well, we'll look forward to talking to you again next month, and like you say, hopefully we'll have the new CEO aboard. Absolutely. And we'll get him going as well.
Absolutely, look forward to it.
All right, that's the Woodlawn Hospital Report. Thanks to Brad Rogers, and we'll talk to you next month.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Thank you. Back with more of the Giant FM.